Welcome to Ainokoji Explain, the ultimate hub for all things manga, anime, and storytelling. Dive deep into your favorite stories as we break down every twist, turn, and epic moment. Today, we're diving into Chapter 150, Part 1, titled Holiday, from the Blue Lock manga, a chapter that gives us a much needed breather after the intense matches. We'll explore the characters' reactions, their first taste of freedom outside Blue Lock, and the subtle hints about what's next for Asagi and the crew. So grab your favorite drink, hit that subscribe button, and let's unravel the world of Blue Lock. Outro with upbeat music and animated channel logo fade out. The page is a character introduction spread focusing on two of the main characters, Yoichi Asagi and Rin Itoshi, while also highlighting a pivotal moment in the story. First, in the top left, we have Yoichi Asagi. He's described as the protagonist and the star of Blue Lock. The text accompanying his image states he scored the winning goal against the U20 team and has declared he'll win the U20 World Cup. Next, we have a blurb next to Asagi titled Characters. Below Isagi, we have Rin Itoshi. He's identified as Blue Lock's ace. His bio mentions his awakening freed him from his grudge against his older brother Sai. The description also questions the cost of this awakening. His expression is intense, and he has a few lines running down from the eyes as if he's crying, or at least overwhelmed. The text also says that Blue Lock heat has reached a fever pitch. Beside these two character introduction blurbs is a panel depicting a chaotic scene of players celebrating. They appear to be members of Blue Lock celebrating a victory. There's a text bubble in the upper right that says, Isagi's attack led to a revolutionary victory over the U20 team. In the panel, there are multiple players in Blue Lock uniforms raising their hands in joy. They are all cheering and celebrating. The text around the panel explains that Isagi's attack was the pivotal moment in this victory against the U20 team, showcasing the impact he's had. Overall, this page serves as both a character introduction and a recap of a significant event in the manga's story, the victory against the U20 team. It highlights the importance of both Isagi and Rin, and the consequences of this victory. Then, this page from Blue Lock introduces several key characters as the story moves into its second phase. The page is a character introduction with a text blurb near every character. Starting at the top left, there's Seishiro Nagi, a prodigy forward with exceptional talent, depicted with a cool and composed expression. Next to Nagi is Meguru Bachira, who's called Isagi's friend and a wild monster forward. He looks very energetic and excited. Below them is Shohei Beru, described as a self-centered striker king. He has a very serious look on his face. On the other side of Bachira, we have Ryusei Shido, a dangerous demonic forward who was chosen by Sayatoshi. He has a menacing grin. Below Baru, we have Sayatoshi, Rin's older brother and a world-class midfielder. He's looking towards another player with a calm expression. Next to Sai is Oliver Aiku, the captain of Japan's U20 team, who's proud of his iron wall defense. He's depicted looking determined. Finally, there are two characters at the bottom right, Jinpachi Ego, who is Blue Lock's director, and Henri Thierry, Blue Lock's manager. The large text at the bottom states, Blue Lock finally enters its second phase, indicating a significant shift in the story. It serves as a preview of the important characters involved in this new stage of the program. Then, this page marks a break for the Blue Lock players, starting with the chapter title, Holiday. The first panel shows a close-up of a phone and a wallet on a tray with a dialogue balloon that says, Here you go. These are your personal belongings we collected, Isagi-kun. The setting suggests the players are getting their personal items back. In the second panel, Isagi is receiving his belongings from Henri Thierry. There's also a text bubble from her stating, Starting the day after that game, we all got 2 weeks off. She is holding a tray in her hands and giving it to Asagi. Asagi simply replies with, thanks. The scene conveys that they have earned a break. Finally, in the bottom panel, Asagi is looking at his phone with a surprised expression. He says, It's been so long since I've had my smartphone. Another dialogue box states, and we're allowed to go outside Blue Lock. This emphasizes the freedom they've been granted. The panel captures his excitement at being back in contact with the outside world. This panel highlights the strict restrictions that the players were under previously. Then, this page shows Isagi getting ready to go out after receiving his belongings. In the first panel, a woman, possibly his mother or a relative, is walking up to him and saying, "Oh, Yo-chan, you just got back and you're going out already?" This establishes that Isagi has just returned from Blue Lock and is already preparing to leave again. Isagi is shown putting on his shoes. The second panel shows a close-up of Isagi's face as he replies with, "Yeah, just for a bit, I'm gonna hang out with my friends." This panel shows Isagi's anticipation to meet with his friends. The final panel shows a city view. A text bubble is present saying, "In Shibuya," and now I'm. This indicates Isagi is going to Shibuya. It ends the page, showing Isagi is about to have a normal day, outside Blue Lock. Then this page shows Isagi meeting up with some of his friends. In the first panel, Isagi is shown entering a cafe and waving his hand while shouting, "Hey!" Bachira, already present, reacts with, "Oh, and Isagi's here." There are a couple of drinks on the table, indicating they've been there for a little while. The second panel is an overhead view of the cafe. We see Asagi standing at the table and two others, Bachira and Chigiri, already seated. Bachira is shown holding a drink and says, "Hey, Bachira, Chigiri." There is also a dialogue box that states, "This honey caramel cream cocoa latte is yummy. Want a sip? It's so sweet, it could kill an ant." The last panel zooms in on Isagi as he says, "No, I'm good. Huh? Is this everybody?" Bachira replies with, "Ha ha, you've got a child's tastes." This panel shows Asagi's slight surprise and curiosity about who is present, thinking that there will be more people. Then, this page shows different characters' reactions and conversations about the Blue Lock project. In the first panel, Jinpachi Eigo is shown with a large grin, and a speech bubble reads, "They've opened up the path I believed in." He also states, "Blue Lock will create the future of Japanese soccer." Another text box reads, "Is what it says." And the JFU's Buritsuda commented on this upswell of popularity. The panel highlights how Jinpachi is reacting positively to the news and the progress of Blue Lock. In the second panel, two characters are talking. One is Isagi, who says, "Did something incredible, huh?" The other character, Bachira, replies, "But we really hope he pulls a muscle flip-flopping like that. That greedy tanuki knows how to spin it, huh?" This panel captures their mixed reactions to the fame and Jinpachi's statements. In the third panel, another character named Chigiri says, "From before we entered Blue Lock," with a closed-eyes smile. Another text box adds, "Yeah, everything's different." This panel reflects how much has changed for the players since joining Blue Lock. The fourth panel shows a wide view of the cafe, implying that the characters are still in the same location. In the fifth panel, two characters react as if they've just noticed the other Blue Lock members in the cafe. One exclaims, "Ah!" and "Huh?" while the other says, "Wait a minute, the guys at that cafe," and This panel suggests their surprise at seeing the other Blue Lock players there. Then, this page captures the Blue Lock players' excitement at being free. The first panel shows three characters with text bubbles around them. One says, "This liberation feels awesome, huh?" Another says, "Yeah, a breath of fresh air in the outside world." And the last character questions, "What should we do?" The second panel shows another character stretching with his arms up and exclaiming, "Ah! We're finally free again! This is the best!" There is also a long text bubble saying "stretch" with a line next to it. The panel depicts the character's elation at being released from the Blue Lock facility. The third panel shows a wide shot of the cafe. Two other characters are standing on the left and are talking. One says, "Have you two watched the news?" And the other replies, "What?" The characters at the tables are also visible. There is a text box saying, "Oh, that's right." Another box says, "We're so free!" Additionally, another text bubble says, "Anything. We've got no plans." The setting emphasizes the start of their freedom and their lack of a plan. Then, this page shows the Blue Lock players' reaction to their newfound fame. In the first panel, two characters are looking at a phone with shocked expressions. One of them says, "Whoa, for real?" And another says, "Holy crap, what's it say?" A phone is being held up that shows a news article with the headline, "Blue Lock kicks off a revolution in Japanese soccer." The panel conveys their surprise at the public attention they're receiving. Beside the phone, a character is looking with a smug smile on their face and saying, "We're famous now." In the second panel, there are text bubbles. One says, but once things got started, viewers were seized by a shocking spectacle that nobody could have expected. Another dialogue box contains a picture and says, the match had garnered much attention as Sayatoshi's first match as a Japanese representative. This indicates that the team's performance has gained a lot of attention both nationally and internationally. In the final panel, a character is holding a phone, and a text box says, and this sensational concept team's debut match has become a hot topic among the international soccer community. Another text bubble adds, Jinpachi Ego's outlandish declaration that he would produce the world's greatest striker in Japan bared its fangs. The panel emphasizes the impact they've made and how much their debut is being discussed. Okay, so let me explain what's happening on this page. In the first panel, we see a close-up of Jinpachi Ego with a big, satisfied grin. He's saying things like, they've opened up the path I believed in, and Blue Lock will create the future of Japanese soccer. There's also a note saying, the JFU's Buratsuda commented on this upswell of popularity. It looks like he's really pleased with how things are going and is reacting to the positive news around Blue Lock. Then, in the second panel, we have Asagi and Bachira. Asagi's saying, did something incredible, huh? Almost like he's still surprised by it all. And Bachira replies, but we really hope he pulls a muscle flip-flopping like that. That greedy Tanuki knows how to spin it, huh? Suggesting he thinks Jinpachi is exaggerating a bit with his comments. They are showing their perspective on the fame. Moving to the third panel, there's Chigiri with a closed-eye smile. He says, from before we entered Blue Lock, with a text bubble saying, yeah, everything's different, emphasizing how much everything has changed since they joined the project. The fourth panel gives us a wide view of the cafe. It's like a reminder that they're all still at the same place. Finally, in the fifth panel, we have two other characters looking surprised. One of them exclaims, ah, and huh, and the other says, wait a minute, the guy's at that cafe, and It's like they've just noticed that the other Blue Lock members are at the same cafe as them, which seems to be a bit unexpected.